Hiya Brad, thanks for sending these over. Sending a lot of positives to take away from these two swings now that we're going to look at. First we look at setup. Obviously last week lessons we discussed obviously positions of your arm and your posture and address. Definitely a lot better position now in terms of your spine angle, much better straighter back, arms hanging down from the shoulders now, they're not tucked in too much as they were before, so distance from the ball there is very, very good. Grip position looks very, very nice, and everything else from the setup position down the line definitely looks very, very good. Now, as I mentioned in the text message, the initial takeaway is the one thing I'm a little bit wary of. Now, I know you said you're trying to use the wrist to try and take that golf club away. If we look at this first movement here now, that club's going back probably about there, good 2 to 2.5, maybe 3 feet before your body even really starts moving. Now, the problem with that is if your club has gone back that far in the takeaway, your body now not moving at all, when your body then does start rotating, that club's going to be very much stuck behind you because the body now starts working in the rotation of the shoulders and the torso here. It would expect the club to be a little bit more in this position. Now the club's obviously got so far back here. Now as a result of that, your timing might be a little bit different. Now when you're on a net and there's no real sort of pressure or consequence as such, you can come back and you can sort of time things up together. And obviously there are a lot of shots over and over again that you must have been hitting there. And again, you said it was quite cold, so you're probably just bashing the balls quite quickly, which is, again, fair enough because it was quite cold out there. You probably figured out that timing quite well. But for me, that initial taker with the hands doing this, your hands almost look as if they're going kind of forwards and out to the, I guess as you're looking down out to the left there, which, again, is creating a nice wrist position with your right hand at the top of the backswing. But for me, not having that sort of synchronization with the body and the arms and the club going back together could get you into some problems. So as much as I like the top of the backswing position here where you get to, I just feel as though it's got there in a slightly sort of manipulated way. Now, as I say, when you're in repeated shots over and over again, we could possibly get away with that. Okay, but I think on the golf course, if we're doing this move too soon, it's going to be very, very tricky to be that consistent with the timing. The other thing as well now, when you're talking about your sort of small chip shots, your takeaway now is going to be very, very different because I doubt very much if you're doing a chip shot where you swing the golf club like that and just use your wrist, because that'd be a very sort of wristy, flicky motion in the swing. And ideally speaking, I like the sort of the movements of the golf swing from here to here to here, wherever the club is travelling, it ought to be very, very similar. So we kind of get a sort of a synced up movement, arms and body and club are moving as one unit rather than lots of independent movements as you've got there. So just try if we can, again, I don't mind the wrist movement, but just try because when you're doing that movement there now, the body is actually moving the club away a little bit more, hands kind of working back in with the body there a little bit more into that right leg. Right leg movement's very, very good. Sending a nice sort of straight in there with that right leg and the right hip turning back nicely. There's a lot of good things going on in that swing. Just for me, relies a little bit on timing when your wrists are doing that first movement there. So just try and feel if we can this sort of wrist hinge having a little bit later, and then the arms going back with the body first and foremost, and try and get back to the top of the backswing there in a good position. Like I say, otherwise lots of good things going on there. Downswing now coming back through, body rotation of the golf ball, again follow through, looking nice and wide there, and a nice good full swing. And again, the strikes, to be fair, we're looking very, very good into the net there. So again, a lot of positives. Just for me, just to try and get a bit more consistency, if we can just work on that takeaway. Not a massive fan, unfortunately, of that sort of initially wristy, sort of setty movement, okay? It's almost like, I mean, in some ways, you might as well almost start with the golf club here and then rotate your body, which would obviously feel quite strange if we did that. So, yeah, work on that takeaway. Send some videos through. Again, apologies a bit delayed, but been struck down with food poisoning the last couple of days and one thing and another, so hopefully it hasn't been too long and you're not wasting your practice. But yeah, get out some more balls in the net there, send the videos through and I'll have a look. Okay, cheers mate.